present.
sir. So
Yeah.
uh, this case was given to me as a spotter. So my diagnosis is this is a post-operative case of bilateral cleft lip with lower lip pits, Van der Rohe syndrome. So defect in this case are in lower lip there is bilateral paramedian lip pits over vermilion. Approximately two-thirds of the lip is vermilion is involved, and in upper lip there is whistle deformity, short columella, incisor so is present, and scar at the philtrum border. So my treatment plan is if there is no complaint, I will not operate. If there is sinus is present, it is usually associated with sinus, or if cosmesis is needed, then only I will operate. For functional problem, only excision of sinus completely and primary closure. For cosmesis purpose, lip shape procedure as a manner of reduction chiloplasty and closure with mucosal advancement. For upper lip, secondary lip revision completely. I will align the muscle, vermilion, and repair the columella and revise the scar.
Okay, this particular syndrome was described in which year?
Uh, I don't know, sir.
Are you you should have gone, na, read
Uh,
about it.
sir,
1954.
yes, sir.
1954. And what is the type of this? Uh, how what are the anomalies occur? What is the type of occurrence in this case?
Yes, sir. Incidence is 1.4 per 1 lakh population,
Okay.
uh, and it is associated with popliteal pterygium syndrome, congenital heart diseases,
And it
and
is how it gets transmitted.
it is the autosomal recessive trait.
It is autosomal dominant state. If you see his parents, you will find that that pit will be there either in mother or father. It is
Okay, sir.
autosomal dominant. Okay,
Okay, sir.
it is autosomal dominant. And what happens? What happens to the chromosome? What any?
Sir, there is one Q34 to Q41, as well
Hmm,
as one P34 locus have been described.
okay, but what mutation occurs? What level? What that mutation is called as? What factor gets affected?
I don't know, sir.
IRF6,
I
interferon regulatory factor 6.
okay, sir.
Okay. See all these short notes now, it is very, very important. Vanderwood syndrome, it will come as a short notes or a spotter. So you need
Yes,
to
sir.
know when it is described. You need to know the type of inheritance. You need to know what are the chromosomes involved. So these three things are very important. Then comes associated factors, the cleft lip and palate. Usually it is associated with bilateral cleft lips.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then comes the other abnormalities like cardiac anomalies. Any other
Cardiac
anomalies?
anomaly.
Yeah. Any
Yes,
other
yes,
anomalies you
sir.
find in
Popliteal
this?
pterygium syndrome,
Okay. Then
and then sometimes it associated with ocular problem also, and
okay.
based on
Sometimes the tooths are absent.
okay, sir.
Okay. Sometimes the pulps are swollen. Okay. So all these
Yes,
patients had a poor dental hygiene.
yes, sir.
So you said that if there is no complaint, I will not operate. It looking ugly, no?
Yes, sir.
Why
This
you
is
are not
looking.
operating?
Sir, if cosmesis is the main reason, I will obviously operate. But
Yes. When you will operate?
sometimes, uh, sir, I will operate at the school going age because it will be. problem, social stigma for the patient.
So why not at the time of palate? Why not at the time of lip?
If patient comes present early, then we will operate.
Better, na? You should do it
Yes,
at
sir.
the same time, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can do it at the time of palate repair. What exactly you see in that pit? What exactly is the pathology?
So there is abnormal accessory salivary openings are
Yes.
present.
So you have to clear that off. When
Yes,
you are
sir.
doing the excision, you have to excise the the oral lining which is gone inside as a
Yes, sir.
track. You
Yes,
have
sir.
to excise the entire track.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you have to
Uh,
excise. After you excise the track, what you will do?
uh, Sir, I will reduce the peat by giving an ellipse incision,
Okay.
uh, and I will excise the vermilion dry mucosa as well as the submucosal part,
Okay.
uh, and I and I will advance the
Someone's mic is open. Other participants, please mute yourself. Ah, yes.
sir. I will advance the mucosa from the oral side to cover the defect.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Now you have got inadequate bulk there. You
Yes,
excise
sir.
the entire mucosa, entire tract, and you will find that the mucosa is irregularly repaired. What can you do in that area? Either primarily or secondarily.
Uh, so primarily we can, if it is irregular and it's not closing primarily, so I can go for this sir. Other my second option, is the tongue flap.
Tongue flap for such a small defect you should not do.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. You can readjust that with this local Z plasty, a W plasty. You can readjust the mucosa in that area. Okay. That is one
Okay,
option.
okay,
Second
sir.
operation, you can tell that I will do it secondarily. What procedures you will do secondarily? If there is a scar or there is a depression or there is a soft tissue deficit.
Sir, I can give the fillers as a autologous fat. I can give.
Okay, you can do autologous fat transfer or you can do a derma fat filler.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I think we are, yeah.
Sir,
I
my
think
next,
yes,
uh,
yes.
next spotter given as this picture. So my diagnosis is this is a midline Tessier zero cleft. There is
Okay,
so defect in this patient is absent premaxilla, midline diastema, absent columella and caudal septum, and there is false cleft lip, absence of philtrum, and the central tubercle. So my treatment of choice is false cleft lip repair with inverted V incision and three-layer closure. For midline diastema, orthodontics procedure, and if required, alveolar bone graft. Nasal repair when the growth is complete or at adulthood. I'll go for a columella reconstruction in staged procedure. I'll use superiorly based nasolabial flap to create the columella and and if possible, give the lining for the septum after 3 to 6 months cartilage grafting.
see this particular defect, you said it is a cleft 0,
Yes, sir.
but usually it has got the cranial extension.
Yes, sir. But for that, I will for investigation. I will ask for a 3D CT reconstruction of midface as well as brain.
And in you just come to the first
Uh,
picture, go back.
yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Bring
picture
that
from
picture. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So these are the patients usually have got hypotelorism. Why there is a hypotelorism in these cases?
uh, sir, because it when there is median craniofacial
Yes.
hyperplasia,
Yeah.
when there is hyperplasia, it has three variety. One is hyperplasia, dysgraphia, and hyperplasia. When there is hyperplasia, the orbits try to comes together. For that, it comes nearer. So
See, these are the patients. They don't survive. She's lucky that she has survived at this age. These patients have got the midline dysplasia.
yes, sir.
When the forebrain develops, it develops orbits simultaneously. And whatever distance which is created in between the two orbits is because of the pushing of the forebrain. In
Yes,
these
sir.
cases, their forebrain is dysplastic. They are mentally retarded. And they don't usually survive, these patients.
Yes, sir.
So these are the midline dysplasia. So forebrain doesn't pushes that area. That is why the orbits remain in the closed position. That is why there is a hypotelorism.
Okay, sir.
Because the forebrain is not stimulating the lower part, then there is an absent development of the midline elements. You can see that the septum is not developing, the
Yes, sir.
premaxilla is not developing, the
Yes,
muscles
sir.
are the alveolus is not developing. So these are the
Yes.
part of the dysplasia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in these cases, usually these patients die. You will not get opportunity to do all these secondary reconstructions
Yes, sir.
because of the mental problem. Okay.
Okay.
In this case, alveolar bone grafting, you will not find any adequate tissue in this case because your central portion is gone. There
Yes,
is
sir.
no mucosa, there is nothing. You will just apparently close everything together as a one bunch.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you whatever treatment plan you are given is right on a basis of the whatever defect you are losing it and you are
Yes, sir.
recreating it. Okay. So that can be
Yes, sir.
done. Whatever you said about the columella reconstruction, the alveolus reconstruction, you can better option is you can give a dental rehabilitation using the
Mm.
obturator with the dental implants. Because the creating the premaxilla using the alveolar bone grafting will be very difficult because you will have a tissue shortage.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, so better to give a obturator.
You can try it with the obturator to begin with. Let her grow old, come out
Yeah.
of all these factors. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the other classification other than TCR classification?
Uh, Sir, there is a American cleft palate society
Craniofacial. Yeah.
craniofacial as classification is there. One Craftman classification is also described, but
Have you heard
popular
of Bangalore classification? Have you heard of it?
no, sir.
You have not heard Bangalore classification.
Mm, no, sir.
It is. Do you know Dr. Subramani
Yes,
from
sir.
Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
He described the craniofacial cleft classification in entirely different way. He included the oral cavity, the orbit, and the neck and the cervical part. And what
Okay.
he says is zero is just the idea. Zero is not a number.
Okay, sir.
So according to his classification, this goes in favor of number one classification. And his craniofacial extent he converted into number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then down he converted into the cervical classification, all these cervical elements, the preauricular cyst, the premaxilla, the central neck sinuses, and other sinuses. He included that. And for the
Okay,
eyes, he has got the 10 and 9 is included into eyes. So every Indian student should know his classification. There
okay,
is an
sir.
article in Indian Journal of Plastic Surgery. You can go on to that, or you can go on to the short notes in plastic surgery. Have you heard of short notes in plastic surgery?
Short notes, no, sir. I have not heard short
Short
notes.
notes, short notes in plastic surgery at worldparades.com
Okay.
is a site which is created by Dr. Ravin Thatte from now way back from 2012. For last 8 years that site is there. There are about 25 chapters has been written on that site, and it
Okay,
is
sir.
supported by Association of Plastic Surgeons of India. All exam going students should go on to that site.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to read any other book. You will find all the information about it, right from the craniofacial, burns, local flaps, scarf, everything about plastic surgery. Every chapter is there. Ptosis, rare craniofacial cleft, fat graft, fat transfer, everything is there.
Okay, sir.
So short notes in plastic surgery @worldpress.com. Just write down.
Yes.
Every exam going student should go on to that site and read all those things. In that, there is a chapter called as a craniofacial cleft. Very nicely elaborated that chapter by Dr. Ravin Thatte with the help of Dr. Sharma, Dr. Mukund Jagannathan, Dr. Nitin Mokal, myself. There is a very good chapter written, and also there is a classification by Bangalore, Dr. Subramani, which is there into that chapter. So everyone, after finishing this, you should go on to that site and read about it. Okay, these
Okay,
very
sir.
nicely written chapters. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
next case.